Good morning and welcome to Weird Austin Morning, the show dedicated to making sure you know how cool Austin is. We're on a mission to do something uniquely Austin every day, and we hope to share those experiences with you. Every week, we visit classic Austin stomping grounds, discover new things to do, listen to Austin music, and hang out with cool Austin friends. I'm Valerie. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we hope you're having a weird Austin morning. We are investigating 3 different bakeries today, so this was a great one to check out. Today we are going to explore Comadre Panaderia, a Mexican-American baked goods bakery on the east side in Austin. It had some of the classics. These are vegan pastries, and the chef is Mariela Camacho. She's an award-winning baker that opened up a bakery in Austin, and this bakery is a tiny bakery. However, you can go. They do have an outdoor area for sitting and having your coffee and pastry, and we definitely love checking this place out. Now, on to North Austin, Tradicion Panaderia. This bakery has everything. If there's something specific that you are looking for when it comes to a Mexican pastry, you can find it here. They have churros and conchas and so many different things. The choices are endless of things to choose from. It could probably take us all year to learn the names of all of the products that they have. This place was so unique. You grab a tray and you use some tongs and you build a huge box of bakery goods that will sure impress any party you go to with a variety of sweets. They have so many different breads and tortillas. They have amazing whole cakes and cakes by the slice if you want to test out a cake before you order a whole cake for a party. It is truly unbelievable the huge variety that you can get at Tradicion. They also had a section where you could buy the ingredients to make a Mexican hot chocolate, a Mexican chocolate coffee, and they had fresh Mexican juices, which is not easy to find in Austin. Well, they have it here. Next, we visited Latin Bakery Austin, which offers Latin American and traditional American recipes. This comes from the baker Johana Cunliffe, and this bakery was so cute with so many Latin American options to choose from, just very unique. They have huge cookies, so if you ever just want to come in and grab one cookie and a coffee, they all looked amazing. And they had a lot of cakes and tarts and things where you could just buy one slice. So if you wanted to test out a cake before you bought a whole cake for a party, I feel like this was a huge plus to this bakery, so it's something I would definitely try. They also had a lot of savory options, and they had a focaccia bread and baguette loaves. Latin Bakery was a great find, and we'll probably stop in again for a coffee and a treat. So those were the 3 bakeries that we discovered this week on Weird Austin Morning. Next, we wanted to bring you a place to watch the bats while you have a drink. Now, you wouldn't think that the Yeti store would be a great place to grab a drink. However, the flagship Yeti store downtown in Austin is right next to the Congress Bridge, and they have a bar patio where you can grab a drink and sit and wait for the bats to come out after sunset. This Yeti store has a stage where bands play, and they have all the Yeti things you could ever want, all the really unique products that they have, and tons of colors to choose from. So whether or not you're shopping for something Yeti, you can definitely come here and just take a peek inside and get a drink and find a chair to relax while the bats may or may not come out. They don't come out every night. So that is why we're investigating different bat bars that could potentially be great places to sit and watch the bats. Now, if you're in Austin, you might be looking for a bar and restaurant that gives a beach vibe while you're overlooking Lake Travis. Volente Beach is a great place to buy tickets and swim, but there's also Beachside Billy's restaurant where there is restaurant parking. So if you want to feel like you're on vacation for the day, this is the place for you. If you do want to swim, you'll need to buy a pass at the Volente Beach store and parking pass. And if you just want to go to the restaurant, you just park your car in the parking lot and go on in. There are a lot of different tables and sections. You can sit inside, you can sit outside. There's deck seating. There is a huge stage for outdoor concerts. There's beach volleyball seating. You really have to come and check out the restaurant for yourself to really see all that it has to offer. And you really, truly do feel like you're on vacation. You can reserve different sections of the bar, call ahead and see what is on the calendar, the days that you plan on going, so that you can make sure that there's plenty of space for you. When you're at Volente Beach and Beachside Billy's, you can text with your phone and a waiter will come to you wherever you're at to serve you your food and drinks. It's a really cool place. You've just got to go there to check it out to get the full vibe of what's happening at Volente Beach and Beachside Billy's. Now at Weird Austin Morning, we are working on a story about the different styles of boots you might want to wear to an outdoor music festival. A lot of times people don't understand when it's 100 degrees outside why you would wear boots to an outdoor concert. However, when you have a good pair of socks and a great pair of boots, your feet are safe from dust on a super hot day in a super dusty outdoor stage. Or if it's raining, your feet are also safe from mud and debris. Now sometimes you might want fancy boots and sometimes you might want a basic boot. However, we're trying to go over all the places to get boots for all the different styles that somebody might want. So this is Allen's Boots on Congress, and they have a lot of traditional boots, as well as a lot of rock and roll style of boot. So I would say Allen's Boots is a little more alternative, as well as traditional, and just a great place to find something and truly unique when it comes to music festival summer boots. Now, TACOVAS has a few locations in Austin. I feel like TACOVAS has a very specific style. We wouldn't necessarily think these are a traditional country western boot. There's something a little bit more modern about these, but they're very clean, very fancy. And if you're looking for a boot like TACOVAS, I'd say pop in and test them out and see how they feel. Now, we went to a place called Furia, and they seem to have a lot of dancing boots. These style of boots felt more like go into the club in your boots and dancing type style of boots. A little bit on the fancy side, a little bit more on the ornate side, but they had a lot of really cool options that could go with a lot of different outfits. They also had a huge selection of children's sizes that had so many different styles. Furia was definitely a cool place to check out. Now, we wanted to know about some goth boots, something a little more alternative, something classic 90s wear. Now, if you're going to an outdoor music festival in Doc Martens, I think your feet will be very safe and they're very comfortable to walk in for miles and miles. So in the Domain, there is a Doc Martens store with a lot of varieties to choose from. So if this is the style of boot you like, we recommend checking out the Domain Doc Martens store. Now we wanted to check out Cavender's to see what was going on over there. And they had a lot of classic boot styles, tons to choose from. They had a lot of children's sizes. They had a lot of men and women's options. They had a lot of blingy boots. They had a lot of traditional boots. And they had a lot of boots with just solid colors if you're looking for a specific color to match an outfit. I feel like Cavender's would be the place to go for very specific colors, and hopefully you'd find something that you would like. Cavender's definitely had a great choice of vintage, classic boots to choose from. Now we wanted to talk about Toy Joy on Burnet Rd. We love this store. They have so many cool and interesting toys to choose from. Just so many stuffed animals and a variety of toys that you just probably would not be able to find anywhere. Toy Joy is a place that, sure, you could buy something online, but why not go to the toy store and actually walk around, go through the aisles, look for something unique, look for something cute, make it an experience. Toy Joy is that. So we heard about the Labubu craze that is happening right now. We also heard that Monchichis are back, and they might be the next toy that everyone is going to want. And when we visited Toy Joy, we noticed that Toy Joy has a whole wall of different Monchichis. So if you're looking for vintage toys, this is the store for you. They had so many cool things and toys that would be hours and hours of fun. Any serious toy collector probably would have fun just making a day out of it. We love all the different Barbies that they had. All the different Monopoly games you could possibly want. All the classic toys that might be locked in your memory. They have it at Toy Joy. And here we are looking at all the Monchichis available at Toy Joy. So that's just a tip. If Monchichis become the new craze, there you go. You know where to get a cool one. We also love the wild sunglasses at Toy Joy. They just sell fun. Also, if you're looking for a sweet treat, I would not necessarily think of going to the toy store. However, Toy Joy has a candy and ice cream eatery inside the toy store. So if you're looking for some specific candies, they may have it here. They had a lot of classic candy options, and they had them in bulk. So you can taste a million different things without committing to a whole lot of candy. Toy Joy is just a great little Austin afternoon experience. Bye.